Hello friends, this video on statistics part 6 is brought to you by examfear.com. No more fear from exam. Before watching this video, please make sure that you have watched part 1 to part 5. Third method which we'll understand is step deviation method. This method is also used to find mean of group data. Please note, this is also used for mean of group data, and this method is called step deviation method. And the reason for this method is this will make your life more simpler actually. So if you see in the past slide, FIDI solution came out somewhere 430. Again 430 is also a big number. If I see FIDI came out to be 430. Correct? I'll show you. This came out to be 435, sorry. And in the crude method it came out to be 1860. Right here. In the first method it came out to be 1860. Sigma FIXI. And this is 435 FIDI. Correct? The data is more, even with the earlier method, the assume mean method, this value will still be more. So in that case we can use step deviation method. In that case this value sigma FIUI will come out to be very less. I'll explain what we can do. The first step here is to find the xi. As we have done, see, this is the basic step you have to do in any method. If you want to find the mean, the first thing is that you have to find xi and assume that this value is nothing but the mean of the class interval. This is my assumption. So with this assumption, let's find the xi. 10 plus 25 by 2, again same value, 17.5. 25 plus 40 is 60 by 2, 32.5. 40 plus 55, 95 by 2, that is again 47.5. Correct? And this is 50 plus 55 plus 70 by 2, that comes out to be 62.5. This guy comes out to be 70 plus 85 by 2, that is 77.5, and 85 plus 185 by 2, that is 92.5. All these values I got. Again, in this case also, the first thing is that you have to assume a mean, because it is one step ahead now. So let me assume one mean. So here also let me assume this is my mean. So this will be xi minus this d is nothing but 47.5 is the value of d. So xi minus 47.5 is 17.5 minus 47.5 minus 30, 32.5 minus 47.5 minus 15, 47.5 minus 47.5 is 0, 62.5 minus 47.5 that is 15, 77.5 minus 47.5 30. 92.5 minus 47.5 45. This is the value of di. Now we are going one step ahead. We are using step deviation method. So what here we do is, in this case, we divide this with some value. So if you see in most of these values, 15 is common. 15 into 2, 30. 15 into 1, 15 into 0, 15 into 1. So we'll divide everything by 15. So we'll assume h to be 15. So this value of h is something which you have to find based on data. Similarly here also, if you see the d is something which we observed and we found the mean value, assume mean value. Here also h is something which you have to observe and find a value which divides all this di. So here I saw 15 is the value which divides all the di. So I'll divide this di by h. This is xi minus d actually by h. So minus 30 by 15 is how much? I'll write here. Minus 30 by 15 is how much? Minus 2. Correct? Similarly here, minus 15 by 15 is how much? Minus 1. 0 by 15 is how much? 0. 15 by 15 is how much? 1. 30 by 15 is how much? 2. And 45 by 15 is how much? 3. So I have all the value of ui. Now I have to find FIUI, that is I have to multiply FI by this value ui. 2 into 2, minus 2, 2 into minus 2, minus 4, 3 into minus 1, minus 3, 0 into 0, 7 into 0, 0, 6 into 1, 6, 6 into 2, 12, 6 into 3, 8. If you add this come out to be 29. 36, 29. Now if you observe, in the first case we got the summation was 1860. Second we got 435. Now we are getting only 29. This value will be same. So what we have done, from 1860 we made 435, now we made 29. So if the data is very huge, this will come somewhere in billions, this will come somewhere in millions, and this will come somewhere in hundreds. So maintaining data which is in billions is difficult, maintaining data which is in millions is little easier, and maintaining data which is in hundred is all the more simpler. And that is the reason why we have step deviation method. So once I have this FIUI, I'll use this formula A plus H into sigma FIUI by Fi. A is how much? Assume mean was 47.5, and this H, the dividing factor was 15, so 15 into sigma FIUI is 29 by 30. So if you solve this, this again gives 47.5 plus 14.5, and this comes out to be 62. Here also if you see, the mean is same, mean will come exactly same, that is 62 only. But with this, if the data is huge, it is easy to add, because adding these values is easy than adding the bigger values. Correct? You understood why do we need step deviation, why do we need mean deviation, mean direct method, and why do we use assume mean? All these three methods are used to find mean of group data. But step deviation makes my life very simple. The direct method is a crude method that can be used if you have a smaller set of data. If you have huge data, then go for step deviation method. And the formula is different in all the case. In that case, it was, in the first case, it was sigma Fi xi by Fi, sigma Fi. In second case, it was A plus sigma d Fi di by Fi. And in this case, it is A plus H into sigma Fi ui by sigma Fi. If you see the pattern, it's almost same. The summation pattern is almost same. If you see, the formula pattern is all more or less same. In first case, we don't have A, we don't have H. The formula is very simple, sigma Fi xi by sigma Fi. Correct? In second case, we have assume mean. So we have A plus sigma Fi di by sigma Fi. In third case, we have H also, and H is something which we divide from all this. This becomes sigma Fi ui by sigma Fi. So if you see the pattern, it's all same. It's all sigma Fi by Fi xi by Fi. In this case, we have assumed this mean, so we'll add this mean, assume mean. In this case, we have assumed mean plus we have this step deviation value H. So we'll multiply this. Correct? Since we are dividing from all these values by H, so it is multiply H. Correct? And here, since this D is subtracted from all, so we'll add. You divide here, you multiply here. You subtract here, you add here. Yeah, you subtract this value of A, or you can say D or whatever you want. This is A, let's suppose. So this becomes A. You add A, you divide this guy H, so you multiply. This is A here actually, both cases. Correct? So here is a note actually, please understand this. The result obtained from all these three methods discussed just now is all same. All same. You take a data, you use any method, you will get same result. So the value depends on the value of xi fi. Now if xi and fi are very small, then direct method is okay. If an xi and fi are very large, then we go for assume mean or step deviation. This is something which we have to decide based on it is large or very large. Correct? If the class size are unequal and xi are large, very large numerically, then we can still apply step deviation method. Correct? So very huge data, then you can apply step deviation method by finding a appropriate value of H. This is a general note. Try to understand. You use any method, you get the same answer. Which method you use, it depends on the question. If the data is very huge, you should use the other two methods, assume mean or step deviation method. If the data is very small. Thank you. Visit examfear.com to watch free educational videos, try free online tests, get the best quality study materials, study from the best tutors and mentors, and much more. Thanks once again.